Hey guys, welcome to video number 1 for the New Year's. Happy New Year's, welcome back. Hope everything is all right and doing great. We're gonna be working on collage. Remember, go through the module from objectives all the way down. The quiz and stuff will release later in submission page, but for the most part, go through all the videos, all the information and such, okay? All right, so we're gonna get started. So here are 2 examples I made real quick for the, actually, one of these was a student's, and then this is one we put together. So just a couple examples. We're gonna do an underwater collage. We talked about in the module, it's cutting and pasting things down to make something completely different, okay? So today what we're gonna do is, we're just gonna kind of make the seaweed, make a couple of these right here. We're gonna do the water stream in the back, and don't worry about the size. You're gonna do a 9 by 12. Because I'm now at home, it's a little bit harder. If you have the 12 by 18, that's fine. But that multi-pack we had, don't worry about it. But we will do the coral reef today and stuff like this. The fish, we're gonna do something else with next week. We're not gonna use the hot colors. It's gonna be a surprise. We're gonna start incorporating like possibly some buttons or something like that. Random things, because that's what collages did. They'd use fabric, scrap paper, you name it. And we're actually gonna make the fish out of newspaper, okay? All right, so I'm gonna get these out of the way and we are going to get started. So in your pack of multi-paper, you could choose a blue. I've got a couple here. I believe they have a light blue in there and a dark blue or regular blue. I'm gonna use this as the background and I'm gonna use this for my waves and current, my stream. But first things first, and no, we're not gonna glue today. We're just gonna make all that. From the cutting and pasting to make a collage, this is the cutting part, okay? All right, so here we go. First things first, got my background. I'm gonna keep that there just to make sure everything's fitting right. I know you have a tan sheet or 2 in that multi-pack. I found some scrap in my room. This fits at the bottom perfectly. I'm gonna use this to make my sand, okay? So, I'm gonna use Sharpie, use pencil. And a matter of fact, you don't even have to use pencil or anything if you don't want to. I'm just gonna go straight to my scissors. I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna have a seat. And I'm just gonna start cutting like, this is the sandy bottom. So I don't wanna get too small, but I'm gonna come right here and just make an uneven, organic shape. All right, and what'll happen is that will fit at the bottom. But don't glue anything yet. That'll be next week because there might be some things we have to rearrange, and that's the cool thing about the collage. So, I've got my sandy bottom, okay? Now, I'm gonna use green, whichever green you want. I'm gonna make some seaweed, but here's the trick. Yeah, you could go through here and cut out all kinds of different ones. I'm gonna show you a little trick. One, I'm gonna fold this paper in half, okay? And then what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go in here. And as you saw, I didn't even draw. I'm just going straight to scissors, why not? I'm gonna go here. And it's kind of gonna get smaller at the top. Okay, there's those 2. And this one I might go a little bit crazier with. Turn my scissors. And I'm looking through my viewfinder, so it gets hard sometimes. Get wide out here, and then I'm gonna go very smaller. And as I get to the top, boom, whatever, works for me. All right, so I'm put my scraps to the side. And what I have now is, by folding that paper, I made me a few seaweed, a little bit of seaweed. Just save me some time by doing it that way. Now we can rearrange later. Like I might come in here and put one in the back, one up here, one down here. I actually might cut one off to like it's closer to us, but don't worry about that right now. No worries. All right, next. I picked some purple here. You don't have to pick purple, whichever color for you. I'm gonna make some coral reef, all right? Now for me, I'm gonna go ahead and actually, I'm gonna fold the paper in half. All right, like I did with those. Mr. Patrick needs to fold better. That was horrible. And then I'm gonna come in here. Wow, I can't do it right. There we go. And I'm gonna cut me out. Now here's the trick. I'm actually gonna show you. So you'll do more of this in third and fourth. I have a border right here. I'm actually only gonna cut half of my coral. And and again, these are all organic. And you can get crazy with the coral. And it is gonna be a challenge to cut without the use of lines, but try it, you'll be fine. So, I'm gonna cut that off. And what happens is when you're on that border, the other side cut at the same time. And when you open it up, voila, you have a symmetrical, balanced coral reef. Now, I'm gonna trim mine up just a little bit because of size and proportion. That looks good. And I might trim it up over here a little bit. Well, that'll work. Cool. I'm liking it. Again, I don't want to overpack it too much because we'd have put some stuff in here. But here's that one. And if you wanted to use a different color sheet of paper again and make some more, I'm okay with that. I'm going to cut me out a small one. I'm going to do it off camera so I can see a little bit. And then what I'm gonna do is next we're gonna go to the currents. All right. And see, there's a little one I can put off in the distance. Whatever, you be creative. Like I said, don't pack too much because you only have a 9x12, but we can make the most with this. So, last one. We're gonna set here. And I'm gonna fold again. I'm gonna come here on the edge. I'm just gonna make a very round, very nice even flow. This one I'm gonna try to keep parallel. Okay, keep your scraps. You never know if you use them again. Don't throw them away. So now I'm gonna dump off everything. Okay, so I'm gonna line up. I'm gonna put one at the top, one towards the bottom here. Actually, I might flip it up. There we go. All right, I'm gonna put my sandy bottom at the bottom. And yes, I have had somebody make SpongeBob's pineapple. You can do that as well. I would probably do 2 things of seaweed and then him in the center, and don't worry about the coral. If you want to do that, by all means, be creative, have fun with this. And right now I'm just arranging how I'm going to do this possibly next week. It's a little bit too big. And now we can have overlapping. It doesn't have to be. I can have my coral back here. And next week when we glue, we'll go as we go, we'll glue down. Or actually, you know what? I'm gonna put that right there. And this thing will probably change between here and next week. I can honestly say that. It will probably change. It's just how I am. I might even get rid of it, who knows. So the only thing we gotta add now is we're gonna put some fish in front and behind to give it some depth. And we're gonna go from there. Okay, so that was a lot. So, here's what I want you to do. 1, choose your background. 2, cut yourself a sandy bottom. 3, cut out your seaweed with that trick I showed you. 4, cut yourself some coral reef. Do better than I did. I don't like mine that much. I gotta shrink some of mine up a little bit. And then 5, do your waves that are gonna go in the back. Don't glue anything yet. Video 2, we're gonna make the fish with the newspaper, give you some time to find some newspaper or maybe an old magazine, it doesn't matter. And then we're gonna do that, then we're gonna start the glue. So we got the cut part, and then we're gonna get into the pasting part. And then if we finish this in video 2, I might give you video 3 to go ahead and do one completely on your own. Doesn't have to be aquatic, you just make something cool. And I'll try to have some more examples of other types of collages that have been made in here and things I've seen. All right, guys, it's awesome. I'm glad to be back working with you guys. Have a great time. If you need anything, just message me and let me know. All right, guys, talk to you later. Bye-bye.